All right, let's create your aim. This is the first step. We're gonna create your aim in a short statement. Now, what I already said, and it's that important, that's why I'm saying it again, is when you create this statement, you put it onto paper, it's not for you to overthink this and think, oh, is it this specific word or this specific word? The goal is that you create momentum, that you create a clear direction of where you want to go. So when you're thinking, which story should I pick? Or what teaching point really should I choose? Then you can go back to the aim and think, why am I actually doing this? So the goal is also not to create the most fancy statement and to use the most elegant and elaborate words. The goal is that you start to associate, you start to really feel connected with your audience and what that transformation is that you're designing. So the goal is more that you spend time with it and it really becomes part of you than you figuring out what word is best, okay? So this statement goes as follows, and I'm going to explain the statement and then I'm going to give you an example based on my own experience because you are on this journey, so you'll probably recognize yourself, okay? So there's 4 different pieces you want to fill in. How many pieces? Scream it! 4! Great, good job. This is an interactive situation. Every time you write something down or you say it out loud, you anchor it in another way. So this is all for you to remember what you just learned. Okay, so the first thing that you want to fill in out of those 4 pieces is I help a certain type of people. So write it down. I help someone. We're going to fill it in later together, but write down I help, okay? Then the second one is I help 2. I help this kind of people to get this outcome, get this result. Then the third row is I help 2 without a certain struggle, without a certain pain point, without, right? And then the fourth one, so we have I help to achieve this without this struggle, so they get fill in the blank. So, for example, if I would put this for myself, I can say I help coaches and entrepreneurs who want to make an impact. Do you recognize yourself? Maybe I can say I help impact makers. Or I can say I help people who know they have a story within that when shared, other people can get value. I help people who want to become speakers. They're all correct, right? So it's not about you picking the right formulation. It's about you downloading what's in your mind right now so you get specific. So when you are going through your story bank and all the things that are going to come for you, you can go back to this statement and think, this is why I do it, right? So I help. 2, for me, it can become to become public speakers, to become transformational speakers, to understand how to leverage their personal story to get more income and impact. All of the above are correct. Again, it's not about perfection, it's about you putting something there. So I help, blah, 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 to blah, 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 without spending too much time, without hassle, without nervousness. Is that possible? Well, it is. Without overcomplicated steps, whatever it is for you, what is it without? And again, it's not about perfection. I keep saying it. You can just list stuff down. The more you write down, the more associated you get with the transformation that you're going to help people go through. The last one is so they can get income and impact. So they feel a next level of themselves. So they scale up their business. So they can help more people. What is it for you? write down your first thoughts and accept that this is a constant and never ending situation that's always being iterated when you have more interaction with your audience. And that's the goal. The goal is not to have the best goal. The goal is to write something down so you can go out there, so you can actually impact people and not overthink this one statement, right? That's what we don't want to do. We don't want to overthink this first statement. This is beginning. We're just getting started, because now we're going to understand what other ways we have to really understand how we can create our foundation. All right?